when I'm watching, bro. So as I get the full story, I say, ain't no motherfucking way. I say, hold up. I start cropping the videos up. Once I start cropping them up, I'm finna make my own little collage. But then again, I said, hold on, let me see if this shit already online and people even know about this situation. I want to bring awareness to it. Man, I throw the name in, boy, that shit pop up everywhere. I said, oh my God, this shit everywhere. So I went to thinking about the origins of Hollywood, Rome, Nemi, the origins of the music industry, how it's really a facade, you know what I mean? It's a replica of Italy, Rome, Diana's Lake, things like that, where it actually come from. Like they say the falling stars are actually the Walker stars, you know, out there in California. Those are Lucifer angels, that's what they call them, right? But I'm going back to the origins of it, you know what I mean? There's a lot of ritual work. You know, like I said before, I'm on the inside. I know exactly what's going on. And you can see signs and symbols. So you got a lot of people asking like, hey, why it took them so long, you know what I mean, to arrest this guy. Now, I put you in a mind frame of Interscope. You hear me? Record business, music business, elites, upper echelon, right? Interscope, don't pick up no average fucking artist. You got guys like 50 Cent, you know what I mean, Dr. Dre, you hear what I'm saying, Eminem, it's Interscope, D4, shit like that, Kendrick Lamar. They ain't picking up no anybody, right? So when I first heard the song, the Romantic Homicide, I said, okay, this shit bullshit. This shit is horrible, you know what I mean? Like, then it didn't make sense, you know what I mean? It was just primitive, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I once I went and did my research on it, I seen why it came out like that, right? So, but that song didn't really grasp my attention. But 1.7 billion, I'll let you know the mind frame. This is what the youth into. This gore shit, this bloody shit, this demon time shit. That's what they want. They want to be badasses. They want to be abnormal. You feel me? Saying they want attention. That's what they into. So that's basically what he fed off of. When I saw the bloody shirt and all that, I said, you know what? His tempo kind of off a little bit. You know what I mean? He really can't sing. You know what I mean? And then the band lab shit that he's doing, right? So one of my lines is, that's what she do. When she made the song for my comrade Ozone, she did it on BandLab. I got songs on my phone right now, BandLab, of her. Now BandLab, you don't actually have to have vocals. You can make an adjustment. You make it sound like you can sing. You can do all kind of shit on there. You feel me? And she does the same thing. So I'm studying this shit. I said, okay, maybe he's not really an artist like that. You know what I'm saying? He just found his niche with his BandLab shit. I said, okay, let me pull up his music. Man, I pulled the shit up. Now, this is when my antennas went up. So hold on. Is he writing this shit? Or because this song called Bridge is nothing like this Romantic Homicide. This shit called Feeling It. These two songs right here, these shit billboard worthy. These bitches monumental. Ain't nothing like this shit here, right? So I'm like, why wouldn't he stick with this content? Because this shit is dangerous. Like the Bridge song, it puts you in mind of a black Kurt Cobain. That's serious. Alternative, he sound better than them. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, so I was tripping. I'm on that shit for like damn 2 weeks. So I go to the song Feeling It. What do you have in store? One night wait, can't ignore. I don't wanna feel this way no more. Can't ignore it. Ready to kick down the door, settle the score. Can't let you go away. Smile on your face. La 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 la, chase. Now that shit, that part, that song. I say, man, this shit here is a feel-good song. You can play this bitch in Publix. You can play this bitch talk anywhere. Disney World. Birthday party. It's a feel-good song. It's completely the opposite energy from this Romantic Homicide shit. So now I'm starting to really catch on. Okay, wow, this motherfucker really own that. You feel me saying? Other songs they sound primitive, but you got an artist like you got the NBA. You got certain guys coming out of high school like LeBron James found in my high school, Kobe Bryant found in my high school, Kevin Garnett. They can see something early. He's that worthy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it can either be hit or miss with him. It's all about the energy, the track, and what he produces. You feel what I'm saying? So he don't have no history in this shit. He don't have no kind of experience in life. So he don't know where his actual penmanship is really coming from, so he got to create that. Now, what he was saying on the radio interview about, I didn't experience life such and such, this and that, that's from a rapper standpoint, lyrics. When you are a artist and you just creating R&B, you don't have to have life experience. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing he done with that feeling and shit. That was for, I think, a Disney project. I'm not too sure about that, right? So you don't have to have street experience, life experience, you know what I mean, to be able to create, you know what I mean, R&B, alternative, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You just go from a creative perspective, right? That's where he was off at. So I'm looking at it from a standpoint, he thinking that he can't create if he don't actually live this shit, because that's how I was when I first started out. I'm like, I got a way with words, but what the fuck I'm gonna talk about, because I ain't been through nothing. This is when I was like 13. You feel me? So I understand where he's coming from, right? Now, going on to a whole nother level, okay, you hit big on that situation, which your mother told you to go ahead, start making your own music, right? They brought you up in the church. They took you out of high school, such and such, and put you in homeschool, and they protected you, right? So once you hit the industry, once you get your big opportunity, the protection goes away. You feel what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, I said to myself, the main motherfuckers to blame is those who's over him. Like, these record labels, you know what I'm saying? They used to hold you accountable because you are the artist, you know? So if you make a mistake, you go left. You know how much shit we fuck up? Like with David, you know what I mean? He had the Crocs deal. He had NBA Live. This boy had Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? He had so many different features with SCA, shit like that, opening up for them. They really tried to give him the driver. They tried to give him the keys to the car to drive this motherfucker. Social media. They giving it to him. You feel what I'm saying? So they putting you in this position to where you can come out here and you can be that next big pop act. 1.7 billion fucking streams, bro. This boy here got, what I'm talking about, when they're talking about anticipation, most anticipated album, Snoop Dogg didn't have that. Drake didn't have that, what he got. You hear what I'm saying? Just to really, just point that shit out. They didn't get the sponsors and, you know what I mean, the leverage that he got. He the first one we seen that. So this story is so odd because it's a success story that went so tragic. It's day and night. It's exactly that, right? So when I'm looking at the shit, I say to myself, okay, the manager, you know what I mean? Your job is to protect, you know what I mean, the bag. The parents, protect the bag. Now, when y'all saw this boy here, this boy he done blew up, he's out there now. Like, they keep saying that, okay, Buddy done that to the girl because she was gonna try to leak him, you know what I mean, expose the situation about them being together, intimate and all that, and her being underage. Bullshit. Why I say that? Because he was too comfortable. You got pictures online with the girl. Why you see what I'm saying? You got pictures. You got a live fucking video. A live video. You got people in the comment section saying shit. Minor, Epstein Island, shit like that. You seen him say, delete everything, delete everything. You seen motherfuckers come out and tell you, police came to the house, told him she was 13, so they already on you. And you mean to tell me that the manager, the parents, neither one of them stepped in and told him, hey, you need to make an adjustment? You feel what I'm saying? For one, you can lose everything, but then again, on top of that, you can go to jail behind this shit, because no matter how this shit pan out, this situation was gonna come back up regardless, because he already fucked up. You already put her online. You already had her online. So the bigger you get, the more this shit gonna come up about your past. We're gonna try to bring you down. He didn't see this shit. So I'm saying to myself, how did Interscope, the manager, drop the bag like that? Because they sent that man an email about that girl, and he sent that email to David. David returned her home within 2 days. They knew. The parents did that. How the fuck you go to the parents' house and you meet the mother, you meet the father? You mean to tell me that they can't look at this girl and tell that she's premature? And the sister, the same age, around the sister age? You can't see that? She had the concert. You at the entourage, you backstage. Why is this girl backstage sitting in the audience with your parents? What's wrong with y'all? The manager there, why didn't y'all remove this girl? But I'm talking about from the public light. You feel what I'm saying? Because now, once everything hit the fan, see what it was. When you are the bad, you can do what the fuck you want. You feel what I'm saying? You can do what you want. You know what I mean? Bitches to cover it up. You know, that's how a lot of artists, they OD. You know what I'm saying? Such and such. They're going to cover it up, right? So, you mean to tell me that y'all main objective was to get the money? Like the parents, y'all protected him, took him out of school. You know what I mean? Had him in church. You protected him. But when he gets out there in the real world, now you back off. You should have told him, make an adjustment. The manager should have came in. You got to get this girl out of here. You got all kind of shit on top of that. And I'm saying to myself now, 40 terabytes. How you get this? I didn't even understand the number of this shit. When that girl said over 10 million photos, you mean to tell me the type of shit that Epstein, in the Epstein files, he got in his phone? When you got the time to collect all this shit when you 17, a kid, your motherfucking self? How you get this dark when you have no experience in life, period? You've been in the house all your motherfucking life. You gotta think about this shit. See what I'm saying to folks, you gotta really think about what they're saying from a biblical standpoint. When they say Satan, prince of what? Music. How many of these young niggas today dying behind music? Rap. I ain't talking about just rap. You know what I'm saying? We seen this shit in Chicago with that drill shit. But look at this shit what he doing with this alternative and R&B shit. Look how dark. This the darkest motherfucking case we done seen by far. This shit run laps around Kanika Jenkins situation. Run laps around that shit. It took about 3 months with Kanika Jenkins. This shit 7 months. And we just not getting deep into this shit. You hear what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about when all this shit starting to come out now, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, how you get child porn on your, how you got that much on your phone? So I go back to the point when they say the live stream with him and Celeste, when she said, make that comment, he say, I groomed you for social media. She say, no, what she say, he say, damn how he said that shit. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When she was like raping kids, such and such, that comment right there, that comment is what turned him off. Because David knew that she wasn't supposed to say that on no fucking live feed, because people already in the comment section saying that. They had just left a comment saying something about Epstein Island. You feel what I'm saying? David saw right then and there that she would neglect him. And he said that in the radio interview with the Zach dude, the first interview. He was talking about love, you fight through it, such and such, you just don't give up on it. You feel what I'm saying? You see how he came into the situation? He don't know nothing about this type of love shit. You know what I'm saying? Saying the girls his age are just stupid. So what he want to do, he thinking that he's at the age limit of 8 to 11, the mind frame. You know what I mean? So he want to get younger girls that would feed into his ego. You know what I mean? And somewhat chase him. You know what I mean? Put their lives on the line for him only and live for him. That's basically what he was doing. You feel what I'm saying? Creating these relationships and these connection with females, you know what I mean, such and such, and saying how he didn't have no kind of experience in life and how he wanted to be one-on-one with a female connected, let's say with Celeste situation, telling this girl how you want to marry her, buying her rings and shit, tattooing names on fucking fingers and all that type of shit, tattoos and all that. But then again, you got a whole nother young girl over here doing the same shit, 2 more. What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you made that bed, nigga, you gonna die in it. You feel what I'm saying? So the manipulation process now, on top of that, this shit got so many different levels to it. Going back to the romantic homicide shit, when he say in the back of my mind, didn't mean that you got some shit in your mind, but I'm thinking, bitch, I want some pizza today. I want a pizza so motherfucking bad. Eventually, I'm gonna get a piece of pizza, right? You saying this shit is in the back of your mind, is lingering there. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you thinking about, right? This is darkness, right? Now, going to a whole nother level, Itami. Itami, that's the name. Itami means pain. That's a word, means something. He took that frame and created this character, this anime character, from this detective who's creating, well, he's committing these crimes and he got to solve his own crimes and all that type of shit. Now, that's a real anime story, detective something, Buddy had spoke on about. But my thing is, R&B, music, alternative, has nothing to do with fucking serial killer. You know I'm saying? Why do you view yourself as a serial killer instead of a motherfucker kind of like, you know what I mean, Cardi boy, who you look up to? Why you ain't putting yourself in that type of genre? You putting yourself in this dark era where in the back of your mind you think about killing a bitch. You know what I mean? You thinking that you a serial killer. You know what I mean? The content that you put out there that really popped up for you, because you hear people out there saying, oh, in the comment section, oh, you a badass for that. You know what I mean? See, everybody want to be abnormal. You know what I mean? Part of the 764 shit. You know what I mean? So that gave you so much motherfucking attention and credibility, it just went over your head. This is what I'm into, this darkness shit. You feel what I'm saying? Gore, I love gore. And I got to the point where I watch it so much, I don't even cringe no more. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is what you really into now, right? Okay, cool, no problem. But on top of that, furthermore, right? Just jump just straight here into the true situation while we're here. Your father is lead of a law firm, right? A couple of them up under your father's belt. Now, your father got some kind of connection to the Epstein situation. He worked for him, whatever the case may be, same corporation. All right, cool. What I'm saying is that, okay, your father is deep into this justice field. How in the fuck are you that primitive, that green, to where you fuck up this bad? This is what your dad into. So if you online, social media, and you finding 764, you finding all these new songs, all kinds of shit. You mean to tell me you ain't never seen CSI? Law and Order? First 48? Nigga, you ain't never seen nothing? Because what I'm saying is, like they say, is this his first body? Yes. Because I say the same shit. Is this his first time? And I say, okay, yeah, you gotta be. Because this nigga all over the place with this shit. This nigga all over. Where he first fucked up at is when you decided to call an Uber and send it to the, you sent in the Uber, so you sent the Uber before. I'm pretty sure you done that before. So you didn't know that they show when you drop a motherfucker off? So you mean to tell me, right? As soon as she got there and stepped in the house from 10:10 to 10:30, you hadn't hit her already? See, this is what I'm saying to y'all. Go back to that live again. When she made that rape comment, he was already, that was in the back of his mind. This bitch to go against me, I gotta get rid of her. He was already plotting this. So when she left that message in that text message, when she sent him, that was the final go. That's all he needed right then and there. That's why as soon as she came to the door, he hit her. He ain't wait no, he ain't let her go to sleep, none of that. He could have talked her out of this shit. For real, you had to do all. You could have talked her out of this shit, man. Look here, such and such. And then especially when the mother took the phone, you could have backed out then. You gave Jit $1,000 to go get her another motherfucking phone after the police done told you that she 13. See, you done violated on so many different levels, so what they ain't gonna remember that. When you get in there, they're gonna remember that, right? So what I'm saying is now, you sent the girl the Uber, right? They get the Uber, get over there such and such. You know what I mean? Take about what, an hour, 30 minutes to get there, right? You hit her as soon as she get through the door. Boom. Once you hit her, you jump in the car, you drive to San Marco, whatever the case may be, that's where you went at. 2 hours? Why are you driving 2 hours away to get rid of some motherfucking evidence that you didn't really even clear? When I'm talking about her passport, why you didn't burn that? Bury it. Why would you? Okay, then when you done this with the girl, why you didn't take her out there Santa Barbara and do something to her then and leave her out there? You know what I'm saying? If you got the bag, bro, you don't pay buddy $1,000 to hit her phone. Why them same chicos that stayed across the street from her that she was arguing with online? You know what I'm saying, on TMZ, that he was always saying, oh, we Southside of the girl with your black talk. You could have gave them, they would have knocked her off, bro. How are you this primitive, right? So that's what I'm saying, that this was his first rodeo. You feel what I'm saying? Because he panicked, right? He drove 2 miles away, didn't really get rid of the evidence. Now, like baby girl was talking about, did he take the body out there? Did he leave her out there, then come back and pick the body? Because he came back the next day. You go on tour for, what, a week? You do a radio interview, you know what I'm saying, the next day. Go on tour, you come back. When you come back, now, this shit here, like they say, watermarks under the fingers of the girl. Like I'm telling them, that girl was put on ice. She was put on ice because in the anime story about the real detective who done this shit, the wife was on ice. She was cold. He put her on ice. He froze that body. That body wasn't just sitting out in the open while he was on, when he went on tour that first time. When he came back, That's why he actually got the chainsaw, because the body was frozen. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what it was, because that's how he was able to use that chainsaw in there, and they collected only a little bit of DNA. They didn't get a whole lump sum because the body was frozen, but they still got some from that chainsaw shit. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, you put 2 and 2 together like motherfucking salt and pepper. You hear what I'm saying? Blood and water don't mix. A motherfucking inflatable pool and a chainsaw don't motherfucking mix. You can put a hole in a motherfucking inflatable pool with a goddamn butter knife. You mean to tell me? Look, man, and you done this in the garage, right? So once you done that, right, you done chop the body up. You don't have the body sitting on ice for a couple of days. Now you chop the body up, put the body in the bag. You already put the body in the bag alone, right? This nigga go order a shovel. He ain't go leave his phone, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, just go in Walmart, whatever the case may be, any motherfucking way, and just buy a shovel underground. He ordered it. He ordered a motherfucking body bag. What the fuck would you order a body bag for? You plan on holding this bitch? You gonna use this bag how many times? Why would you order a body bag that you gotta clearly get rid of? You order not 1 but 2 chainsaws, right? Now, you got a shovel to bury the body. You got the body bag to do what with it? Put the body in the bag, then put that in the ground and bury it, right? Why would you, okay, you wanna bury the body? Then on top of that, I guess he had a epiphany. He get a burn motherfucking cage. Now, this where the shit go up. You ordered a burn cage that you cannot plug up nowhere. You gotta plug that bitch outside to the motherfucking light pole to get this bitch. And then on top of that, where was you gonna use that at, bro? You gonna plug it up in the house? Where you gonna use that at when they already done smelled this goddamn body in the car? And they already done called and reported that. I'm talking about smell, smoke, shit. Where are you gonna burn the body at? See, you were so caught up in this facade, this fantasy, this dark fantasy that you created because you jumped online and you jumped in one of them cult groups with this 764 shit and you found your niche. You see what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? When I say that, I say, was this shit already in him? You know? Or is it something that was embedded on him from social media? Go back to the point where they asked him, what is your favorite movie? That nigga said American Psycho. Do you understand that's one of the dullest fucking movies ever? This your favorite movie? This your favorite movie? This is something that you emulate. That's like The Shining, or let's say Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers, one of my favorite killers, but he ain't my favorite motherfucking movie. Like The Goonies, like probably my favorite movie. Right now I'm going to motherfucking Power Hunt. Motherfucker come around right now at our age, right now we want some bicycle, bitch, I'm going. We on Goonie Hunt. You feel what I'm saying? But this was something that it was a spark in him. You feel what I'm saying? That had to be, they added, I'm gonna say, they threw fuel. You hear me? They threw fuel on a motherfucking bonfire that was already brewing, which he created. You feel me? So you done all this shit here, right? You done panic. You want to be a killer. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to them, they blessed that they got to him now, because he would have turned out to be way far more sinister than R. Kelly and Diddy any day. Why? Because he with the shit. He with anything. So he had the shirt say, that sounds gay, I'm in. You see what I'm saying? You got gay shirts on, doing gay activities, Hello Kitty, bonnets on your head. You got 40 terabytes of fucking child porn in your phone. Nigga. Now, when you in these groups, like these 764 groups and all that, when you in the deep and dark web, David was into that. Red rooms and all that, this is what the shit he was into. When you into that, it's thousands of people in there. He ain't the only one. David is not the only mindset out here like that. Trust me, the entire society. You got 1.7 billion youth out here. You hear what I'm saying? 1.7 billion. This is what they into. You hear me? What the fuck make them think? What makes them think for a minute? And I'm talking about what we just saw with that FedEx shit with that little girl. You hear what I'm saying? This shit everywhere. But my mindset is, how you that young? How you that young? You a kid your motherfucking self. You feel what I'm saying? This what you into? Where did this come from? You hear what I'm saying? Think about this shit when I'm talking about from a biblical perspective. When they say again, Satan, the prince of what? Music? Believe it. This is the darkest case we have ever seen. This is the most confusing shit because it's a success story and then this shit just goes completely left. You got, man, look, you got success. We got one of the most successful artists ever. You hear me? Ever. He can do all kinds of shit, right? He done this shit with BandLab. He didn't do this shit signed, bro. He done this shit in the closet with BandLab on the app. And he got more motherfucking credibility than Drake when he first came out. Now, that part, on top of that, he's a kid. Homeschool, church kid. No drilling, no Chicago shit, none of that. First shit was Gucci Gang. You know what I'm saying? Little rap song came across. Protected in the house. How? Is this kid here talking to a girl that's 11 years old? 10, 11 years old. You grooming the girl. The police done told you. The police already own you, and you still. You willing to roll the dice and risk it all because you taking pictures. You leaving paper trails. You on live. So how in the fuck could he have been paranoid about her leaking shit when he already done it? He done it. She get it from seeing the comments and shit and people saying this and that. That's where she get that vision from. Okay, I can rope this nigga off if I have to because people already see it. They can see it. They ask me, are you still dating the people know this. You hear what I'm saying? We're looking at that, and then we're looking at sexual assault. We're looking at child porn, 30, 40 years alone just by having that shit. You actually committed a murder. You killed somebody's child, nigga, or somebody's daughter. This same girl that you taking overseas and meeting your parents and all type of shit, you got her online with you, you killed her. That you giving $1,000 to give a phone to, you killed the nigga. And on top of that, when you killed her, you had the mind frame, the presence of mind to chop the body up. A person that you groomed at the age 10, 11 years old, took on trips, put on your interludes and shit. You know what I'm saying? The invisible string theory and all that shit, playing with the girl head and all that. You hear what I'm saying? You done all this to create a real life anime of yourself. You saying shit like, oh, the electric chair, perfect way to go out. See, these kids today, they think they really own that. Reality hitting today. It hit him today. Standing in that court because he ain't never expect that shit. Like, bitch, I actually got caught. Yeah. People saying, oh, did you expect that he wanted to get caught? No, he got caught. He tried to get away with it. He seen him buying all this shit, what it was. He wasn't who he thought he was. Reality hitting him now. You should have sat your ass down on the couch, done your music, played them games, Fortnite and all that, and collected your millions. Cause boy, you have no idea. You ain't nothing but 5 foot, 120. You have no idea the type of shit that they gonna plot for you. He's already dead, right? He's already dead. They can try to get him the lethal injection like they did with Tuka Williams. You know what I mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger signed off on that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about California, whatever the case may be. Tuka was the last motherfucker that I know that got it. But it's a guarantee that 9 out of 10, he deserved this. Because every symptom, every sign shown, this is something that he initiated. The parents tried to keep her away from him. Now, if he was paying the parents, they would have never done no shit like that. You hear what I'm saying? They would have never done no shit like that. Celeste didn't have no respect for him. She viewed him as a fuckboy. He viewed females that was around his age, they were just stupid. So he tried to go with the younger girls, and the younger girls came out and exposed him the same way the older girls did. Celeste told him, nigga, I need 10 grand, send it now. He sent her 9. You hear what I'm saying? She all on live calling him a rapist, such and such, this and that. She going off on him. She had no respect for him. He's a fuckboy. Like the other young girl was saying. All he do, he's green, he's lame, he sits online all day, such and such. Celeste told him, all we do is have sex. I want more for myself. They were more mature than he was. The girls. You hear me? This boy was a real motherfucking walking anime. Completely disconnected from reality. That social media shit, I keep telling y'all, that is a motherfucking portal, man. CERN, Switzerland. CERN. You gotta really go look at CERN. And when all this shit started, all this darkness shit started happening, when they CERN opened up those portals, man. CERN done this. That's why you see a lot of motherfuckers, like I said, the FedEx guy, he said, oh, I heard voices in my head, such and such. I can't believe I done this and this, done that. If you in the age where they are blatantly attacking your children and women, now when they're attacking the women and children and you can't defend them, when you get to a point where you can't even defend the motherfucking children, this world is over with. That is the future. 1.7 billion into gore. They all at the concert with bloody shirts on. But soon as the Epstein files and shit leak out or they see Celeste cut up, everybody want to cry and play motherfucking. They don't know no. You know what I'm saying, bitch? All y'all civil adults now. Everybody's civil. Humanitarians now. But it's just a show. This man got a motherfucking casket at the concert. The arrogance of this dude, bro. Like, it's fucking, bro, what you doing? You got a casket at the motherfucking concert. You making anime cartoon, cutting off arms and shit, stabbing motherfuckers. You walking, you selling bloody t-shirts. You doing ritualistic shit. D4, 764. Oh, y'all want to be, oh, okay. Y'all want to be on demon time for real, but you don't understand what come with this shit. The demons want to collect, bro. Or you like to see motherfuckers being harmed and you know what I'm saying? You like to see motherfuckers being just straight terrorized. You like to see that, decapitation shit, harming themselves. You like to see that, but you don't like to experience that though. You don't want to go through it. That nigga say Itami means pain. What type of pain have you endured and any kind of pain in life have you experienced when you don't even know nothing? You creating this shit because you see it on social media. This is what's bringing you attention. This is what's giving me recognition. This is what I'm looking to find myself, because my mother and my father have completely disconnected myself, and he keeps saying that. I hate it at home, school and shit, such and such. Or when it comes to love, he has a real big problem when it comes to love. Like him and his mother wasn't connected like that. But like I told them, David parents, something wasn't right about them. You get me? But man, I just wanted to, I just say it's just so much shit, bro. I right now, it's storming right now, you know, I just had to sit down, like I couldn't really, this shit been wrecking my brain. Because I'm saying to myself, man, this is the worst case we have ever seen by far, yet. That Epstein shit in this here, if you people can't see what's going on in this world today, ain't no need to even talk to you no more. The FedEx girl, the little girl, that shit there, man, it ain't, this world is over with. You got men out here, man, bro, they out here, they are completely obsolete. They're online. Like, share, subscribe. Come on, let's talk about this shit. Instead of motherfucker, let's huddle up. Let's get together. Because you see Satan got his army out here. He got his soldiers out here, and they active. Where are the archangels at? You hear me? Where are the righteous soldiers at to combat this shit? Because it seems right now, all we're doing is taking motherfucking L's, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm getting at. You know, but, wow. Hopefully these young girls sit here and they watch this shit here and they learn. You know, they learn to not just put their all into an average motherfucker. You hear me? These niggas are so fucking primitive. Put yourself first instead of searching for love. Why the fuck was Celeste looking for love like that? Because you have a family at home, such and such. But it's just being young, man, growing up. You know what I mean? I don't done the same shit. You know, you be on the phone all night with a motherfucker tattoo names. do this type of shit here. We're here to experience that love. What life is about. You hear me? She was a young female growing into becoming a young woman. You hear me? And she wasn't no joke. She wasn't no motherfucking pushover. She was a firecracker. Like she told the neighbor. She said, say what? She said, you gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let your girl. I said, that's what tell him, bitch, I beat your wife up. So she give a fuck about no David? David had to steal her when she came through that door. She should have gave him a real motherfucking fight. You hear me? We gotta do better, man. I'm talking about this social media shit. Monitor your children, boy. Monitor your children. All these kids like hollering 6, 7, 6. Y'all think that's cute, huh? Don't even know what the fuck going on. Adults getting involved. See, today you got kids had the opportunity to be kids back then. You had Disneyland and all that video game. Now adults into the shit. Adults getting paid off playing Fortnite video games and shit. Kids can't be kids no more because adults social media. Look, this used to be their shit. How the fuck this man doing a concert for Roblox? That's supposed to be for children. They on adults on Roblox playing. They don't have no lane for to be children today. They have to grow up and be, you know what I mean? Like Celeste, like this ain't trying to be grown. They have to. Y'all won't allow them to be children, to have a childhood. Social media in the new world won't allow that shit. You hear me? All honor the fallen, man. Stay up, stay dangerous, infinite. Rise power to that young lioness, man. Hopefully, man, she okay now. You know, but it's a sad scenario. Even looking at David, like when I heard the song, I said, "But I hope he ain't do that shit." Because boy, you would be a waste of talent, and people don't even know you that talented. They think that you don't. You're just a bust. But I seen it. This nigga would have been that. He would have been that. He had it. He just had to grow and evolve a little more and get better at it. But they tried to give him the keys to the car. And he threw it all away. Social imprint. Success. They don't even live to be successful today. That's the craziest shit ever. Parenting, obsolete. All right, y'all, I'm up out of this motherfucker, man. I just wanted to just come in here and just say that real quick, but yeah. Stand for something. For this world, this shit over with. This shit falling. You hear me? Rise power Celeste. Justice for Celeste. You hear me?